Winter is coming. During these days, besides the rest deserved by all his effort last season in the collective events, Lucas the brave warrior of K300 needed to avoid long battles at this moment, because his healing speeds and resources were running out. So for a while Lucas had to be that poor old farmer and dedicated himself to storing resources, because he knew that at any time a new enemy could appear. With the cold winds coming from the Great Wall, there is news about a possible threat that haunts our friends from Winterfell, and once again Lucas was called to defend the K300 from the imminent threat. For that, during the period of the Night King's invasion, observing his enemy, Lucas came up with an interesting strategy to stay well positioned in this fight against the enemy army and collect the best rewards. Watch the video carefully until the end and find out how Lucas got his high score in just one day by attacking his enemies. Stay with me until the end and find out how I will score well. Hey guys, how are you? I'm back. This time it's to show you how to get easy points and be well placed in the internal rank in the fight for better rewards. So I came up with an easy scheme of how you can rank well. Remembering that I didn't make an effort during the entire event, as the Alliance's collective events are on pause, it's only fair to rest a little from the intense pace that the game provides us. So, today I come to show my current ranking on the last day of the event and the final ranking that I can. As you can see, there are a few hours left to be finalized. At first I need to catalyze as much buff as possible for my account, because Night King basically copies the stats of the best ACC on the server, so to try something, I need to be strong enough. Right now I'm looking for a position among the top 3 of the kingdom in the 2 existing ranks in the event. For this, I will use Regiment Increase, Total Attack, Castle Skin, March Animation. I will not use anything that needs Fervor, because maybe I can use as a strategy to stop possible enemy attacks through the protection of the bubble. That is, I will jump next to spend some time attacking, and I will jump safely to protect myself from attack. There is a way to stay close to the NK invasion zone. It is not so close to attack the Night King, but it is a comfort zone. There is the area around Winterfell, where you even from afar can send solo attacks or mobilizations in the enemy castles without taking attacks back and without losing your protection bubble. My initial proposal is to do this in less time. The other assumption would need more time to keep moving gears. So the proposal will be to stay close to NK as long as possible, attacking and defending myself from the attacks of his generals. For my attacks, I will use the basic coefficient to not lose strong troops. I will use about 10% of T1 and the other 90% of my army size will be composed of T4. I will be taking damage to the enemy without losing my strong troops, because the T1 used some will die and others will be in the hospital. Quickly I can replace what I lost again. To reach my target score I will only do solo attacks. I will be unprotected and try to tank the attacks, as the general's attacks affect my weakest line of troops. This way, I will eliminate more enemy strong troops, so there is a certain cost for irrelevant heals, and it is also necessary to pass the 2 ranks that I am trying to achieve better placement. For this need to eliminate enemy troops, I'll be using my ult as a booster to increase my wall's resistance. That way I'll be able to attack and tank the incoming attacks at the same time. Let's go. These are the respective ranks before the start of the attacks promoted to NK and the tanks of the attacks suffered by your army of generals. Lucas had to evaluate at this point what would be interesting for me, because I will need to do everything alone, so what I will spend on healing will only be resources and some speed-ups, irrelevant things compared to the added value of the rewards that I will be able to collect after the event. After spending a long time attacking the terrible Night King, Lucas had his castle thrown out of the attack area. But like a good warrior, Lucas returns to the invasion zone even stronger, as his goal has not yet been reached. After a long period of battle facing the advances of the enemies that were dominating Winterfell, Lucas was resistant against the attacks suffered by the generals of the Night King. He had a mission in that place, to eliminate his enemies and score well. After starting his arduous battle within a few hours of attacking incessantly, between jumping and healing, Lucas managed to improve his placement in the event. Once again, the brave warrior of the K300 excels in his battles, showing his effort to reach a good position just relying on his luck and willpower. Lucas was efficient in his attacks, even losing the attacks made to NK. His losses were irrelevant at the end of the story, but he got a lot of points eliminating enemy T4S and T5S troops. So your strategy of keeping your participation active during the event by doing the minimum and more effort at the end of the event paid off. Now the tireless warrior Lucas occupies a prominent place in his kingdom. I hope you also get better placements in this amazing event as well as Lucas, and see you in the next video.